Alright, so we're going to be talking about talents. I like Fantasy Age also. I like Fantasy Age as much as I like Savage Worlds. Oh yeah, I still play PoE for sure. I played today, Dylan. I definitely played today. Alright everybody, so this workshop is going to deal with Fantasy Age talents. Now, talents are just another way that you can basically customize your character within Fantasy Age. Now, in the basic rulebook, there are 26 talents. And I'm sure when more books come out, take for instance the Titan's Grave book, now that this is out, there is an additional talent, the blaster weapons talent, that you would use with this book alone. So, as you can see, there's the core 26 talents in the book, and they'll expand with more books and settings as they come out with them. So what a talent is basically another way to customize your character. And over here on the right hand side, you're going to see that, for instance, we have Alchemy, the Alchemy talent. The Alchemy talent, there are 3 levels or 3 degrees for each type of talent. Novice is what you start with, Journeyman, and then Master. So you can become a Master in any talent, or, and how do you gain these new talents, you ask? Well, as you level up on your character, you'll get more talents to put in into talents that you already have, or to choose a new talent. Now, the warrior and the rogue, those 2 classes are going to get more talents than the mage. The mage will get a couple talents, but they're going to get more magic talents because their magic talents are going to deal with their spell arcanas. So, warrior, rogue, mage, they all get talents, but the mage is going to get a little less of the little less talent points, I think it equals out to, they're going to get 1 less talent or 2 less talents compared to the rogue and to the warrior. Now, when you gain new talents or take degrees, you're going to get more things that flavor up your class. All right. Now, there's things that you're going to have to worry about also. There's things that you're going to have to, you're basically, here's some tips. You're going to have to plan out your talents ahead of time to fulfill any kind of requirements needed to take them. Basically, as you can see on the Alchemy talent, you can be a mage, a rogue, or a warrior, and the requirement is you have to have an intelligence 2 or higher. So if you want to take Alchemy, you need to plan it out, to have that intelligence of 2 or higher. You have to. All right. Because if you don't meet the requirements, you don't get the talent. All right. Be patient. You're going to get plenty of talent upgrades. Like I was saying, if you're a warrior or a rogue, be patient. But if you're a mage, you're really going to have to be patient because it's going to take you a little bit longer to get master in that first talent if you're looking to go for masters. But just be patient. Especially if you're a mage, it's going to take you a little bit longer. Now, there could be some other ways that you would get talents also. Maybe a magic item would give you, maybe some type of component pouch would give you the alchemy talent. Maybe it would only give you a certain degree. And then as you gain levels and you still have this pouch, you'll get journeyman and master eventually. Maybe you'll do some epic adventure, some epic quest, and an NPC can bestow a talent onto you. So there are other ways that you can get talents just besides getting them for, level 5 or level 8 or whatever. So just be patient. You get plenty of talents. Now, like I said, there's 26 talents in the game. 26. I have a couple examples here, what I want to show you of how each talent is formatted. Now, we've already mentioned Alchemy. You got to be a mage, rogue, or warrior. Those are the class requirements. The statistical requirement is an intelligence of 2 or higher. And this is where you know how to create grenades using alchemical formulas. Yes, there are grenades and mechanics for using grenades in Fantasy Age. These vials are not magic, though some may treat them that way. If you have the ingredients, and you can make a vial in an hour. Alright? Now, you got to see the grenades section in Chapter 4 of the equipment. It tells you all about attacking with a grenade, the accuracy, bonus, the damage. It tells you everything in that section. And like I said, there's 3 different degrees for each talent. So when you take the Alchemy talent, you're going to get Novice right off the bat. And this is where you know the basics of Alchemy. You can make Blast and Thunder Vials. There's a total of 6 different grenades in Fantasy Age. Basically, Novice, Journeyman, and Master breaks it up into the lowest, the 2 mediums, and the 2 highest. Now, Journeyman means that you're home at your laboratory, and this is where you can make the fire vials, and the ice vials. Those are better than the thunder and the blast. And then when you're a master, your alchemical knowledge is vast. This is where you can make the acid and the lightning vials. Those are the highest types, and they do the most damage. So as you can see, each degree of the talent that you take, the better it gets. Now, here's Chirurgy. Chirurgy is basically, this is where you can treat wounds and illnesses. Now, for the requirements, Mage, Rogue, and Warrior classes again, and the other requirement is you have to have the Intelligence Healing focus. And when you have this at Novice, which Chirurgy is a great talent for anyone to have. This is where you are trained in the art of Chirurgy, and the aid is swift and pure and sure. This is where you can heal as a minor action instead of a major action. Journeyman, this is where you have the hands of a healer. When you use the heal action, your ally gets back an amount of health equal to the stunt die times 2 plus your intelligence. So you're going to have to do a roll to be successful. I believe it is a target number 11 roll. So whatever the stunt die says, that is the off-color die in the 3d6 roll. You'll multiply that by 2 and add your intelligence, and that's basically a free heal upon the target as long as you make the successful TN roll. And then whenever you become a master, your healing ability is legendary. And this is when you use the heal action, and this is when your ally also gets back an amount of health equal to the stunt die times 3 plus the intelligence. So as you can see, it gradually gets better and better. And that's for Chirurgy. Now there's, like I said, there's 24 other talents. And I want to go over all 24 of these with you. We're not going to go over the requirements, but we'll just kind of go over each one. So animal training, this is where you're going to know how to train animals. You could be anybody to do animal training. There is armor training for warriors only, and this is where you've learned to fight while wearing armor. When you have armor training, you only take the armor's penalty to your speed, while those without this suffer the penalty to all base dex tests and calculations, including speed and all that good stuff. Archery style, your experience with bows and crossbows, you get bonuses for that talent. Carousing, this is where you take your fun seriously. So if you want to joke a lot or jester, or be a jester type of character in your group, then carousing would be for you. Command, this is where you're a good natural leader. You get some buffs, some party buffs that you can shout and command for your group. You can get contacts. This is where you know people, sometimes in the unlikeliest places, and it would be good for a lot of streetwise knowledge as you go into new towns. Dual weapon style. This is where you can fight with a weapon in your main hand, or primary hand, and another in your offhand, your secondary weapon. Neither can be a two-handed weapon, but it doesn't. Dual weapon style doesn't mean you get 2 attacks a round. Not until you're a master. So if you like fighting with 2 weapons, you can do it in Fantasy Age with the dual weapon style. But there are some rules that you're going to need to adhere to first. Horsemanship. This is where you're a skilled rider and can handle horses and other beasts of burden with ease. Intrigue. You're a master of secrets, of deception as well. Linguistics. This is where you can learn new languages easily, and every time you learn a new language with a higher, basically journeyman or master talent, then you'll speak and read that language, whatever you choose. And there's a list of languages to choose from. There's lore. You have an inquisitive mind and absorb facts easily. Mounted combat style, which you are trained. You're a trained cavalryman, adept at fighting on horseback. You can take a talent in music, where you have a natural talent for music. Observation, you have an eye for detail. Really good perception-based talent that you might want to think of. Oratory, this is the talent that I need to take in real life, actually. You are a skilled public speaker who can sway others with your words. Pole weapon style. This is going to benefit the pole weapons that can be cumbersome, but not in your hands. You can fight in this style with the two-handed spear or any weapons of the pole arms group, and you're going to get some bonuses for that talent as well. Quick reflexes, another great general talent. This is where you react to threats speedily and instinctually. There's scouting. You're skilled at the art of reconnaissance. Single weapon action, this is where you can fight with duelist weapons like the rapier and whatnot, and effectively wield only a single-handed melee weapon, meaning no shield, just a single-handed melee weapon. You can take a talent in thievery. This is what's yours is yours, and what's theirs is yours too. So you can only imagine what that entails. Probably thievery and stealing. Very nice talent to take for a rogue. Thrown weapon style. You are adept with throwing weapons like spears, daggers, and axes and stuff. Two-hander style. You are deadly with all two-handed melee weapons. Unarmed style. You know a thing or two about brawling. Basically with gauntlets, anything unarmed style. Implemented weapons. Weapon and shield style. Now remember, there was a single weapon. There's also two-hander, and now here's the weapon and shield style, and this is where you've been trained to fight with a single-handed melee weapon and shield, and you get hella defenses bonuses with this. Very nice. So as you can see, there are a ton of choices for you to customize your character in Fantasy Age. Don't let the 3 core classes scare you, people. Really, don't let the 3 core classes scare you. Be patient. You're going to get plenty of talent points when you're leveling, with the exception of the mage. You got to be a little bit more patient. But then again, you're getting magic talents, and the rogue and the warrior aren't. All right? Be patient. Also, prepare ahead of time. Get those requirements met for the talents. That's really all you need to worry about. So I hope you guys enjoyed the workshop. Please feel free to leave a comment down below. And don't forget, you know, Fantasy Age is new, and there's going to be many, many, many more talents coming out, just like there was a new talent in Ashes of Volcana. So if you think this is just the tip of the iceberg. So anyways, like and follow the YouTube channel. I appreciate it, and until next time, I'm Dave, and I'll see you later.